Hello, in this video I would like to talk about how to connect and configure brake light flasher M1. So first of all, get a manual and read it. There are only a couple steps, and the first step is to get access to your third brake light assembly. Find which wire is the ground and which one is the power. It could be obvious which wire is the ground, so the other one is the power. If it's not obvious, use the multimeter to identify them. The second step is to we will be cutting that power wire that's going to the light, and we will be connecting the flasher. From the cut wire, the power from the brake switch is going to the red wire of the flasher, and output is the yellow going to the light, and that way the flasher could control the current going to the light and make it flash. The flasher black is the ground, and white and blue are configuration wires. On the next page you'll find the programming procedure and all the parameters, which there are 4 different parameters that could be changed to configure the flasher. The first parameter is the flashing mode. There are 3 different types. The second parameter is quantity of light flashes. It's number of light flashes. The third is the light flashing rate, which is how fast the light is gonna flash, and the fourth one is continuous mode, that could be set to continuously flash the light or repeat the flashing sequence after a period of time, or could be disabled. Okay, so what I have here, I have connected the battery. We will be using this as our brake pedal. I connected the power from the brake pedal to the flasher, red wire. The output from the flasher, yellow, goes to the light, and ground goes to the common ground that the light is connected to, and the battery in the vehicle connected to. And 2 wires are here, configuration wires. So if I'll supply the power to the flasher, or if you push the brake pedal, we have the light flashes. Okay, so now we want to go into the programming mode and change the parameters. So what we need to do is we would supply the power to the flasher, and then we will take those 2 wires and short them for just a period of time, small period of time, like this. Just touch them, and the brake light will blink once, will actually blink 3 times, and then blink once. It will show us the current value of the first parameter, flashing mode, which is 1, set to standard, and then it's gonna go off. If I touch the wires, it's gonna go to the next value for the first parameter, so it goes to the value 2. If I need to change it to a 3, I will touch it one more time, it goes to the 3. And then if I want to change it back, it's basically gonna cycle back. So touch it once, it goes back to 1, touch it again, goes to 2, touch it again, goes to 3, and just gonna cycle like that. Once we happy to what we set it to 1, we can save this parameter by holding those 2 configuration wires for 2 seconds, until light is going to flash. So the light is gonna flash 10 times, confirming that the parameter was saved. The next parameter is the quantity of light flashes. So it blinked I think 10 times. So if you wanna change it or increase it, we just touch the wires. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 14 flashes. If we touch it one more time, it's going to do it 15 times. And then if we touch it, we will stop the cycle. But if we touch it one more time, it goes to the first one, goes to the 1. And if you want to set it to a 2, you touch it one more time, you set it to 2, and so forth. 3, 4, 5, let's say we want to set it to a 5, and we hold two wires together, and the quick flashes confirms that that parameter is saved. The next parameter is the flashing rate, so it flashes pretty fast, and then if you want to change it, it's gonna go from the fastest to the slowest and go back to the fastest. So it was the fastest, then we touch it one more time, and it's gonna go get slower and slower and slower. And if we touch it together, we save this current flashing rate and goes to the next parameter, which is continuous mode, which is set to 5, disabled, and we're going to keep it that way. And now we can disconnect the power or release the brake pedal. So the next time we connect you press the brake pedal, it's going to just play saved configuration. So here it is, it's flashing a little slower. That is it. If you want to change it, you basically supply the power one more time, touch the wires, goes to the programming mode, and then by touching the wires for a quick period of time, you can change the values, and holding it for a longer period of time, you save it, and you can see it by observing the quick 10 flashes. So if I hold it together, it flashes 10 times and confirming me that that it's saved, and it moves to the next parameter. You don't have to change them all, so if you want to change only one, you have to still go through the first parameter, second and third, and then make the changes. But once you save it, you don't need to go to the next parameter. So if you want to change, let's say, number of flashes, you'll go into the programming mode, touch the wires, flashes once, or whatever the first parameter set to. You don't need to change it, you just hold the wires to save it whatever it was, and then move to the next parameter, and that's where you can make the change, save it, and then if you don't need to change parameter 3 and 4, then you just don't go there, you disconnect the power, and that's it. All the parameters saved into the internal flash memory. That's it. Thank you so much.